Well, you talked about at one point you had a sex addiction.
I don't think I ever used those words, but okay, I'm following.
Okay, this is on the No Jumper interview.
I know.
You said that you would have sex with 2 to 3 different girls per day if you're not traveling.
Sure, on a good day, yeah.
For your birthday, you would have 3 to 5 orgies per day with 15 people in each orgy.
Yeah.
These all women or?
Well, the orgies had guys too. It's not like me and 14 girls. It'd be like me and a few homies and then like 10 girls, you know?
I mean, I've had threesomes with some of my homies and a girl.
Yeah.
Not really my thing.
Sure.
I'd prefer the guy not be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've done it before. I'm not going to lie about it.
But you know what happens a lot in these like larger orgies? So first of all, if it was just you and 14 girls, it would never make sense, right? It just wouldn't.
Yeah, I've done me and 3 girls. But the girls are doing stuff with each other while I'm doing something with a girl, and then we'll rotate and stuff like that.
If there was 15 of you, then you're just talking about a lot of girls having sex with each other, and then you having sex with like 2 of them.
Right.
So if it was like legitimately 15 people, imagine you and 3 of your homies, and each one of you is taking like 3 girls. And then the girls are just, everyone's just like moving. So like, you know, like I got 3 girls, a homie got 3 girls, other homie got 3 girls. And I'm like, hey, I've been feeling you this whole time. Why don't you swap with this chick? You know, and then one of my girls will swap one of his girls, and then I have a different 3 and so on and so forth.
All right. Are these girls usually all paid for?
Never.
Never.
I do not pay for sex. Do not do it.
Okay. Men claim they don't pay for sex, but sex is never really free.
Agreed. We're all paying in some way.
Right.
I don't pay in cash, and I don't pay in that's the only one that really applies anymore in my life. I don't pay in cash. So, for example, the birthday story. I was traveling, so all these girls got to live this extravagant lifestyle, and nobody had to pay for anything because I was footing the bill.
Right.
Which is fine.
Free rooms, free flights.
Yeah.
You take them shopping and stuff like that.
Yeah, we go shopping, we go on the jet, we hit all these cities.
Right. So you're
go on the shows.
paying, but not directly.
I'm not like, yeah, it's not like, here's money, I need you to have sex with me. And it's also not like, hey, I'm going on this trip, you need to have sex with me. Right.
But there are some assumptions along the way.
I would assume that if I invite my one homegirl that I've been banging and I'm like, yo, bring some of your friends, that she's going to bring friends that will party the same. Because it'd be really weird for like one girl to be out the whole time and then like just watching everybody. It's like a natural transition, like.
Right. But, you know, for example, when you talk about men with means, right? What they say, a very common term, is you don't pay the woman for sex, you pay for her to leave.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes, a lot of men with money can have 5, 6, 10 girlfriends, but they have to maintain relationships with all 10 of those girls and listen to their problems and deal with their emotions and, you know, go out on dates and do a lot of stuff that, you know, sex has nothing to do with it.
Sure.
And ultimately there's a time crunch and everything else like that. Whereas you could say, okay, here's $1,000, whatever else, we have sex, and then it's understood that I could go back to my normal life and you could go about your business. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not knocking
I don't have a problem with either way.
Yeah, I'm not knocking guys who trick. Like, do what you do. Like, I don't know. It's just not my style. There's guys that want one woman and one woman only. I'm not knocking that style. There's guys that want to be a bachelor and have many women. Not knocking it. There's guys that want to pay for them to come and go, whatever. Not knocking it. My particular style, at least was my particular style.
So not anymore. You're saying you don't do that anymore.
I think I'm too old. I'm like burnt out now. Now I'm like lying to girls, telling them I'm out of town when I'm not, just so they don't come over.
Well, you're 33 at this point.
Yeah, in like 4 days or something.
In a couple of days, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy pre-birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, but for example, you see situations like Diddy.
Sure.
You also see the American Apparel founder who recently got arrested by the feds. You heard about this?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. In a Diddy-like situation of sex trafficking and, you know, potential sexual assaults. I believe he's gay, so I think it applies to men, although the Diddy stuff may apply to some men also. When you look at situations like that, by the way, have you ever met Diddy?
Never.
When you look at those situations, and a lot of them are very gray area. So like, you fly a girl out, you take her shopping, you pay for a room, you pay for a flight, you give her some money. Hey, here, go do your thing. Are you dating or are you sex trafficking? You see what I'm saying? It's a very gray line between these two situations.
I think I'm going to avoid sharing it on this show, but I have a whole theory behind the Diddy thing. Based on what you just said, like, it is absolute commonplace that if you hit it off with a girl and she lives in another town, that you would pay her way to you.
Right.
Like, it would be really hard to actually say the otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine meeting a girl and you're rich and she has a 9 to 5 and say, yeah, come see me, fly yourself out.
Yeah.
Get your own hotel room.
Yeah, take off from work,
Yeah.
get your own hotel, get your own flight,
Yeah.
pay for your Uber.
How often does this happen?
Never.
Exactly.
No, it's like, I got you. I want to come see you.
Right.
I'm asking you to take off of work. I'm asking you to leave your life.
Yes.
Let me buy you a flight.
Yes. Totally normal. Like, for example, you see porn companies. They fly girls in from Miami, from Atlanta, whatever else. They're having orgies. It's being filmed. They're getting paid. They get flown back. Is that sex trafficking or is it business?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is why these situations are, it's not very cut and dry. And everyone's, jumping to the, to kind of vilify what Diddy was doing. But these orgies, these flying in of girls, he's like a cuckold. So he likes watching Cassie have sex with other men. I mean, that's weird to me, but if that's your thing,
whatever. Yeah,
there's
whatever.
nothing really illegal about that as long as everyone is willing to do it. And, I remember Boosie went on a whole tirade about like, come on, like what rapper doesn't fly in girls to do threesomes and stuff like that? And
I'm not knocking any fetishes. Weird as long as they're consensual, don't hurt nobody. If they don't hurt anybody,
to me,
doesn't matter to me.
All this seems consensual. You see what I'm saying? Like I've never heard of a situation yet where a girl was tied up and thrown in a back of a truck somewhere and was forced to have sex with Diddy or anyone else for that matter.
Well, there is a part of the story. I'm just unsure if it's been proven yet. I really just have no idea about minors. And if you're involving minors, I don't care anything else about the story.
That's all
you're
off
guilty.
the table, exactly. And that's what R. Kelly went to prison for. Right. I went through the whole case. It has to do with minors.
As soon as there's a minor,
civil lawsuits about Diddy with minors, but I don't know if I really believe those because a civil lawsuit is by definition a money grab.
Yeah.
Right. And there's also a lower threshold for guilt in a civil lawsuit than a criminal suit.
I'll tell you this though, whether you believe his allegations against minors are real or not, I can tell you about myself. I have never and will never be even close to a position to be accused of that. So I know I'm innocent, right? If he can find himself in a position to not just be accused, but actually see a way in court about it, that's guilty enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, the fact that he has no bail right now was stunning to me.
Well, that goes into my whole theory, which again, I don't think I'm going to dive deep into, but I think it's a way bigger picture than any allegations of sex trafficking. I think there's a way bigger situation at play against Diddy. And I have no idea the details, honestly, of his case. It's so far out of my life. Like, I'm not really intertwined. I don't consume a lot of content, and I definitely don't consume a lot of news because I think it's all fabricated nonsense to try to manipulate my beliefs. I really just stay away from it. I'm in my own lane. I know like what I do and what I don't do. But I have no idea what he did. I only know what he's being accused of based on like social conversations,
Right. But you know people that know Diddy and have been involved in some of these parties and so forth? Possibly.
Sure. I can even touch more on that subject real fast.
Go ahead.
On how much of a changed man I am. And you can ask my boy Travis here because he just watched it. 2 very beautiful blondes who I have had sex with flew themselves to LA just to be here for the festivities. They're from Miami. And they hit me up. They go, we're in LA. Can we come over and crash? I said, yes. And I said, you guys have to sleep on the couch because I don't want to have sex with you guys anymore. And I made them sleep on my couch. All my other bedrooms were taken. They could have taken a bedroom. I think last night they took a bedroom. I think one of the rooms opened up and they took a room. But That's how changed of a man I am.
Okay.